A deadly blast rocks Moscow, just days after a high-profile assassination shook the Russian capital. 2 police officers are among 3 people killed in an explosion on Yeletskaya Street, according to Russian authorities, raising fresh security fears in the city. Russia's investigative committee says the incident unfolded when 2 traffic police officers noticed a suspicious individual standing near a police vehicle. As officers moved in to detain the suspect, an explosive device was suddenly detonated. The blast killed both officers and a third person who was standing nearby. Russian media have identified the fallen officers as 24-year-old Ilya Klimanov and 25-year-old Maxim Gorbanov. Investigative committee spokesperson Svetlana Petrenko said a criminal case has been opened, describing the incident as an attempted attack on traffic police officers in Moscow.
Впервые с улицы услышал на остановке, когда на работу собирался.
Хлопок какой-то, очень громкий. Вышел из дома, а тут уже не пускают никого.
The explosion occurred close to the site of another deadly bombing earlier this week, where senior Russian military official Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov was killed. Sarvarov died after an explosive device planted under a car detonated in the capital on Monday. A local resident speaking to Reuters described the moment of the blast. The resident said, "There was an explosion. It was a loud bang, like with the car a few days ago." 56-year-old Sarvarov headed Russia's Armed Forces Operational Training Department and was the 3rd senior military official killed in bomb attacks in Moscow over the past year. Russia has said it suspects Ukraine was behind Monday's car bombing, though Kyiv has neither confirmed nor denied involvement. As investigations continue, the twin blasts have intensified concerns over security in the Russian capital and raised new questions about who is behind the growing wave of targeted attacks. According to investigators, the blast occurred in a residential parking area near an apartment complex. Images from the scene showed a white vehicle heavily damaged, with its doors torn off by the force of the explosion and debris scattered among nearby cars. The investigative committee said multiple lines of inquiry are being pursued, including the possibility that Ukrainian intelligence services were involved. Ukrainian authorities have not commented, and Kyiv maintains a long-standing policy of not officially confirming or denying responsibility for targeted operations. The killing adds to a growing list of high-profile attacks on Russian military officials and pro-Kremlin figures since Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. In April this year, General Yaroslav Moskalik, a deputy chief of the General Staff, was killed in a car bombing near Moscow. In December 2024, General Igor Kirillov, who headed Russia's radiological, chemical, and biological defense forces, died after an explosive device concealed in an electric scooter was detonated remotely in the capital. A Ukrainian source later told the BBC that Ukraine's SBU security service was behind the Kirillov killing, though no official claim was made. Other prominent figures have also been targeted. Military blogger Maxim Fomin, known as Vladlen Tatarsky, was killed in April 2023 when a statuette exploded at a cafe in St. Petersburg. In August of 2022, Daria Dugina, the daughter of ultra-nationalist ideologue Alexander Dugin, died in a car bombing outside Moscow. Russian authorities have repeatedly accused Ukraine of orchestrating such attacks, both inside Russia and in Russian-controlled parts of Ukraine.
No end to Volodymyr Zelensky's troubles as Russia pounds Ukrainian cities. Amid Russian aerial attacks and peace negotiations, Ukraine is battling acute troops shortage. Several Ukrainians are using defunct gas pipelines to evade service in the war against Russia. According to Russia Today, Ukrainian authorities have detained 8 people on suspicion of human trafficking across several regions. A 62-year-old man in Transcarpathia was among those arrested for allegedly transporting military-aged men to an abandoned gas pipeline and guided them across the border in exchange for payments. In another development, a former law enforcement officer is suspected of selling fake disability certificates to men seeking to evade service. There have been reports of 2 men allegedly guiding camouflage-clad draft evaders to the European Union through the forest. According to the Russian media, Ukrainian Border Service spokesperson Andriy Demchenko claimed that more than 13,000 people had been detained between January and August alone while trying to leave the country illegally. Since the escalation of the Ukraine conflict in 2022, dozens have lost their lives attempting to leave through forests, rivers, and mountainous terrain. The development comes amid Ukraine receiving a major EU loan worth 90 billion euros or $106 billion to meet Kyiv's military and economic needs for the next 2 years.
Well, a significant milestone. About 90 billion. Without them, it would be much, much harder, much more complicated.
It's a lot, to properly understand the project. 45 billion, an interest-free loan. In any event, this is linked to Russian war reparations.
In any given situation, and these are truly crucial steps. The fact that European leaders managed to find such a format, the fact that our team worked simultaneously with Europe towards a positive resolution.
Because for us it is about strength. This sends a very clear signal to the Russians that there is absolutely no point for them to continue fighting, because and with consistent financial support, it means that we will not crumble or fall apart on the front lines. Yes, we will continue to unconditionally support our brave army and our resilient people.
This pace cannot be achieved without the commitment that I deeply respect. As President of Poland, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who is essentially a guarantee for resolving these matters, naturally with the participation of Ukraine posterity, while preserving its territorial integrity and the security of the entire region. However, we are well aware, ladies and gentlemen, that Donald Trump is the only leader in the world who is truly prepared to compel Vladimir Putin, who consistently fails to honor agreements. As we know, he is ready to force Vladimir Putin to sign a peace treaty. We stand here today with President Zelensky with a profound understanding of the precise nature of our strategic security objectives. We perceive the Russian Federation as a neo-imperial post-Soviet state, which represents a significant threat to Ukraine, to Poland, and indeed to the entirety of Europe. And being aware of Poland's great support for Ukraine, this did not raise the slightest doubt among us.